On this very next clip, it's talking about how men and women are living their life online. They can't even live the life they have now, which is a 340 realm. So they're living their life online, and when you live your life on social media and in the internet, to me that's the second and first dimensions. It's lower dimensions. And if you can't live the life you have now, what's to come of your life? But listen to this next clip and you see what I'm talking about, because I've been talking about this forever. You have to not live your life online. Listen to this.
I feel like social media has made everybody feel like they are famous or that they are a celebrity or that they are so important that the entire world revolves around them. And I don't go on TikTok that much. Like I have it, you guys will send me stuff, but I try not to spend much time on there intentionally. But if I do spend any time on there at all, and I scroll, especially the females on there, the amount of like overflowing self-righteous self-importance that I see from pretty much every one of them on there is crazy. And it's no wonder nobody has a girlfriend anymore. It's no wonder nobody has friends anymore. It's no wonder nobody even feels comfortable in their own skin anymore. Like everything is online now. Do you guys not realize how crazy that is? That every single person judges their entire self-worth on what outsiders think of them? Like they spend their entire life now fighting like hell to convince random strangers to validate them. Isn't that crazy? That's what we are now. Most people judge you off of your social media today, especially young people. They go off of social media. That is their gauge of what you are, who you are, status, how good you are as a person. Isn't that nuts? Think about that. It used to be that respect was earned. It used to be that praise was earned. You did something to get there. Now it's just everything's an illusion with social media. Everything's an illusion. Like it's laughably silly, but it's also really saddening at the same time. Like you can't even meet normal people anymore. The average person isn't normal anymore. The average person is addicted to trying to get validation from strangers on the internet. Kind of hypocritical coming from a guy who sits there and makes videos on YouTube. But let me be clear, I've said this 1,000 times and I remind myself every day. This is why I don't get bothered by haters that much, because I truly practice every day reminding myself that I don't mean shit and I'm not that important. The only thing that matters is my friends and family around me. But with that being said, this is a conversation I've had with a few of you guys as you talk about dating. And you say that women today are just out to lunch. They're so stuck on social media. They literally think that they are a celebrity. They think that they are famous because of the status they've been able to acquire by like monetizing their sex appeal or by just advertising their sex appeal. That's the world we live today. Like I said at the beginning, no wonder so many men are single. No wonder so many men don't really have friends. And a huge portion of those people aren't even interested in getting them. They don't care anymore. They're just checked out. It's like we're all just like plastic robots now. Social media has just done so much damage. Think about that. The women you see at the grocery store, the woman you see at the stoplight in a beat up car. And this goes for men too, but mostly women. Those people, to at least some degree, have this weird, dare I say, psychotic sense of fame or celebrity status. And the ones that do have social medias that are, really, really popping, as the kids say. Do the kids still say that? They are like drunk on self-importance. How do you expect to date somebody like that, let alone marry them? How do you expect someone like that to be a good partner, a good girlfriend, a good wife? It's not going to happen. Like, we are creating some crazy ass monsters out here. We got people now that are full of pride, and they're just full of such self-importance, and it's not because of anything they accomplished. It's got nothing. They didn't earn it at all. None of it was earned. It's all the facade of smokescreen and mirrors and filters and makeup and just all this shallow stuff that just means nothing, and it's going to fade away. And it's everywhere. Everyone today thinks they are famous, or they think that they're a celebrity. And the people that don't feel that way, they're discouraged and depressed because they don't have that perceived fame. Everybody is just trying to live this fake life on social media. How nuts is that? People aren't even enjoying the real world around them. Think about that. There's people right now with cute dogs that love them, and they're so annoyed by their phone. They're telling the dog, "Get away from me. So and so didn't like my video. Get away from me." And the dog is just like, "Man, it would mean the world to me if you'd just pet me." You got loved ones that you're ignoring. You got good friends that you're taking for granted. All because of the fake online world that has poisoned all of us. How weird is that? Think about this. I want you guys to think about this. When's the last time you met somebody that didn't have at least a mid-level amount of that toxicity from social media? When's the last time you met somebody that's genuinely just like grounded and down to earth and really humane and sweet and caring and considerate? Those people almost never exist now. You're not going to find them anywhere. Everyone is just drunk on this social media garbage. And I've said this before. It's one of these things where, like, I personally want to get away from social media altogether, but I don't even know how life would look without it now, because it's so ingrained in everybody's life. Like, social media is everything to most people. Most people live their entire life online, and their online persona, the fake world of social media, is more important to them than their real life, than the physical world in which they live. This digital world means more to them than the physical world around them. That is nuts. How did we get here? Isn't that nuts? Am I crazy? Am I the only one that loses sleep over this? Let me be clear, like I said before. Please remind yourself that you're not that important. Please remind yourself that we're all here for a while until we're not. Please remind yourself that a bunch of random strangers do not own the rights to your happiness. They don't get to say what matters to you. And also, if you are one of these people that walks around thinking that you're a celebrity, or you put all of your time and energy and effort and resources into trying to be this famous social media person, for the love of God, stop now and save yourself before it's too late. This is a toxic tunnel of ugly. It's a toxic tunnel of ugly that you're never going to get out of. It just chews you up and spits you out, because there really is no end. The toxicity of social media and the sickness of trying to get validation from random strangers who do not care about you, that is never going to work in your favor. Never, ever, ever. Everyone today thinks that they are a celebrity. Everyone today thinks that they're famous. No wonder nobody has a girlfriend. No wonder nobody has any friends. Because nobody's even living in the real world. What a time to be alive.
And see, this is what I've been talking about on several of my videos. How social media and the internet is so addictive. And a lot of people want that validation. They want people to, follow them and see them and everything. When you're not even living the life out here in the real world. A lot of people are just so into the social media apps and to see what they can get out of it. It's like People don't want to live real life anymore. They want to live the fake AI life online because it's just easier. And so now people will put their validation and everything from it, the comments, the likes, and everything. But that's just how it is nowadays. And what wasn't said in that video that he put, it also has a lot to do with triggers and traumas in the past, and how a person lived their life. Some people didn't get attention. They weren't validated. They weren't acknowledged. And so a lot of that carries on over time. And they're not healed. They're not, they haven't dealt with all of that. And so they carry that on with them. And that's why they're like that online as well. So sometimes it has to do with that. And if people don't heal from their triggers and their traumas of always wanting to be acknowledged and validated, looked at, and, every day wondering about your comments and your views and stuff like that, instead of just doing the mission you came here to do and not worry about that, you can have a very ugly life, unsatisfying, because you're just not going to ever be happy if that's what you're looking for. People online don't care most of the time who you are or what you're about. They don't care. They're just there to trigger you. They're there to entice you. They're there to keep you in such low vibration, frequency, and energy. And you ever go to a restaurant and you just look around, you see everybody with their head on the screen, looking at a screen? Nobody's even communicating with each other. Like, that's all people do nowadays. They wake up and the first thing they do is go to social media, go to their apps, go to their emails, go to their DMs, their messages. It's like they want that constant validation. They want to feel like somebody cares, like somebody's looking at them. And most of the time these people are they're just there doing things that doesn't even benefit them. They don't grow up. They don't grow up. They don't do anything for themselves to get out of that mindset. They're so really hooked onto this system and their programming and their ego and everything. They're just really locked in here. And those are the kind of people that ain't nobody can have a relationship with. And then they don't keep their life private. Everything is always online. Ain't nobody want to get together with somebody like that. If you're always constantly posting pictures all the fucking time, video after video after video, like 20, 30 videos a day, and you got issues, people. You got issues. If you got to sit there and tell everybody where you're going, what you're doing, how do you do this and how do you learn that, and then some of you have your spiritual gifts activated, you sitting there showing it off. You're not supposed to do that. You're not. I don't care what the fuck you say. You're not supposed to be giving away what you can and cannot do. That is not why you're here. You're not here to fucking show off. You're here to do your mission without telling anybody anything. I see some of y'all put videos out there that you can move a piece of aluminum foil. So? You can move a piece of aluminum foil. Aluminum is a conductor. Why do you think they spray up in the sky? It's a conductor. That's how they control weather. That's how they do this and do that. Aluminum. That is nothing special. Try moving something else that is not a conductor. Then you got something going. But if you're going to use something that's a conductor, you ain't doing shit. You think you're showing that off is... That's the reason why a lot of you get targeted in some way, shape, or form. You just there showing off. You're not supposed to do that. You're not here to show off. You're here to teach, to guide, to demonstrate how to break away from the system, to let it go, and be your own person. And people don't get that. They just want to live on social media, on the internet, because their real life is shitty. They don't want to live it. But the thing is, if you don't live it, you're going to come back and live it again until you learn to live it. Social media and social media apps, that is not life. That's just a hobby. That's like a little recreation here and there. It ain't life. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to trigger some people. I really don't care. Y'all already know how I am. I don't care. I got a sailor's mouth with an attitude and no filter. I'm full of fire. I'm harsh. I don't beat around the bush, and I don't sugarcoat not a goddamn thing. I have no fucking fear, and I'm a fucking leader. I don't follow. And I'm not very good at listening to what people tell me what to do. Because I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. I know where my place is. And I know what I need to be doing. So, I'm not somebody that's hooked onto social media or the internet. That is not the first thing I do when I open my goddamn eyes. I have loved ones here that I attend to first. I have a boyfriend, a beautiful boyfriend. I attend to him first before I do anything else. Those are my peeps. Those are who I tend to first. Fuck social media. It has caused a lot of division. It has caused breakups. It has caused to unalive people. It has caused so much hatred. It's not even funny. Leave the shit alone, people. You got better things to do. And if you don't know how, fucking learn. There's other people that can teach you. Learn how to live your life without internet and social media. You need to disconnect from it. Unplug. Change your programming. Control your ego. Get away from it. It's not going to do not a goddamn thing for you. Yes, you can post your guides and your teachings. Explain people the experiences. Explain to them the matrix and everything to get away from it. But don't use it for other stupid shit and trying to live your life on it. It's not going to work. It isn't, people. Learn to live a life without internet and social media apps. You would be happier.